Hi, I'm Jane
Hi,
Shibley with the Expressory, and today I'm here with Melissa Blair from Cultivating Sales. Thanks for being here, Melissa.
thanks for having me.
Exciting. So I shared with you a little bit about why I wanted to bring you on. I decided earlier this week that I wanted to start having some conversations around things that make me happy, right? And being in the business of helping, make other people happy. I thought that I got to thinking that maybe it would be fun to have conversations about gifts that we were given at some point in time. Maybe they're on our shelves, they're sitting around on our desk, but things that have a happiest story associated with them. It was something thoughtful that someone did for you. And so I'm here with Melissa to find out, hear a story about something that she was given. So Melissa, maybe you could start with, tell us a little bit about what Cultivating Sales does.
Yeah, cultivating sales is my passion. Like you, I'm on the mission to help people and bring happiness in a very different way.
Yeah.
In that, I help businesses get their products and services online, and we do it with one software program as opposed to the 7 or 8 that traditionally it takes. And for most small business owners, technology equals headaches. And so by having one software program, we get rid of the headaches and the big expense of having 7 or 8 different programs. So I try to make people's lives a little bit easier
Yeah.
through our software.
Well, it's certainly been working. I know we use it, and I can't thank you enough. So,
Thank you.
so tell me a story about something you were given that has a lot of meaning, brings you happiness.
Uh, this item lives on the wrist of my youngest daughter, and it's become a generational thing, which means a lot to me. When I was about 16 and going through the typical teenage angst and all the trials and tribulations, my mother always said to me, "This too shall pass." And I know a lot of people have heard that phrase and use that phrase as well. And it really lived in our family growing up. And so when I had children and they started going through the teen years, I used the same thing, "This too shall
Yeah.
pass." And so it became a very important part of what we say to each other. And so when I was 16, my mother gave me a ID bracelet that is inscribed, "This too shall pass" on one side,
Yeah.
and "Once my daughter, now my friend" on the other side. Now, most of them it's been worn away. We
Yeah.
tried to get it reinscribed, and we'd have to replate it and do all this, which we may do someday. That's my daughter's choice. But of course, when she was going through some tough times, I gave her this. And
Oh.
that was, well, she's 19 now. That was when she was about 15. And she hasn't taken it off. And one time she lost it, and all her friends went out and helped her try to find it. And she found it. And it just meant the world to her. What's really neat is that my kids never really knew my mom. My mom was amazing, and unfortunately, she passed away when my oldest daughter was 2 months old. So the kids didn't know her, but Stephanie, my youngest, has always bonded with her a lot through this.
It's like strength, right? It's
It
providing
is.
strength.
It's she taught. I mean, it's her grandma,
Yeah.
and it meant so much that when we did her senior pictures, we went down to Florida and had a friend of mine take her senior pictures. While we were down there, we both got a
Uh-oh.
tattoo. "This too shall pass." And so yeah, I didn't even tell you that. Did you not know I had a tattoo?
I think I've seen that before. I'm sorry, it was the
I'm
screen was.
not a tattoo person, but it was so meaningful. Yeah.
Oh,
I went with "TTSP shall pass" written out.
yeah. Oh no, the screen is.
I did it first. Kind of wish I had done the written out. Oh yeah. Are we back now? I think we're back.
I think we're back.
No? Okay. Yeah, so she had it written out, "This too shall pass," but I went first and kind of chickened out and went with the TTSP but because it means something to me. But since then, my oldest daughter also got it done, and my son is planning on getting it done. So it's
Oh,
such a big thing in our family.
so cool.
I mean, I've got a lot of treasures, but when you asked me to think about one, I think this was the most important. Because even this morning, we were talking about how she wants to pass it on down. Hopefully, someday, if she has a daughter.
I just think that's so cool. Okay, the happiness it clearly brings you, but
Oh,
that it's become a generational thing.
yeah,
Like, okay, now that makes me think of other things. When I think of my own stories, like, okay, how many of where could those go? They mean something to me. Can they
yeah,
become something so equally meaningful to my children? I actually have a charm bracelet from my mom. She wore it when we were younger, and back when it's not like Pandora, it was like real charms, right?
yeah,
And I loved that thing as a kid, and she passed it down to me, and I will do the same with my daughter. But the message on this is so important. And
yeah.
look
Well, and
about,
particularly with what's going on right now in the world,
oh, for
we all
sure.
know this will pass.
Right.
It's it's just a matter of when and how we stay grounded
How we
during.
cope and how,
Yeah,
yes. That it's such a cool story. Thank you so much. I loved that, when I reached out that you quickly sent a picture of your entire shelf, because actually
yeah,
this idea came to me. I was having some conversation about, well, what could I do? What could I talk about? Related to what's happening in my business world, and bring I don't know, something bigger to the front, right?
yeah,
And behind me was my bookshelf, my bookcase, when I was talking about it. And we were originally I was talking with my coach, and I said, we were talking about, well, what if clients, could we talk about what people send to help uplift others? And I said, you know what, I could see my bookshelf.
yeah.
I have had this thought for a long time, that I think everybody has something sitting around with a story like this. And I just think it's fun to hear about those right now.
Well, in the bookcase that you're talking about, I have numerous ones of your cards.
Yeah.
So I've got a thank you. I've got the Brandworks one that she sent me.
Jasper.
That was
Mm-hmm.
so amazing.
Mm.
I've got your I will. Remember when you started
Cool.
E-Women Network and you had those little I wills? I've got it
Yes.
there. Rachel sent me an anniversary one when I had my 3rd-year anniversary for the business. I mean, these things I look at every single day because they motivate me. They keep me
Yeah.
inspired. They're my friends sitting over on my little shelf.
Right. They're uplifting. Okay. So thank you so much. Before we end, I guess one quick question. What is the most recent surprise you've received in the mail? Anything fun?
Oh, easily. Well, a couple of things, but the with Brandworks, I had just had my logo redone. You can see my new logo up
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And Jasper Dayton did my logo, and she had you package it up, and it's also on my wall.
Look at that.
Look at that. And that
Yay.
was something that you guys kind of did together. That meant the world to me because I had that original logo since 2005, and I had been sticking with it just because I thought, it's good
Yeah.
enough. And I absolutely love my new logo. And then my youngest daughter's been working with me since she's been, she came home for spring break and never went back. She's been working with me, and she's been doing these open office hours with me. So we work with our clients every day. She has absolutely excelled in this position to the point where one of our clients actually sent her a thank you gift
Oh.
because she spent like 2 hours with them on the phone, walking through and showing them how to do things, and that meant a lot to me
Look at
because
it. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's like, oh, I'm just so proud of her that my
Yes.
clients appreciated her so much that they actually sent her a gift. I just was floored by that.
Look at that happiness. I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you. Thanks for taking some time to share. Like I said, I just want to put this stuff out there and hope
Yes.
that it helps others think of their own happy stories and help get us through all of this. So,
Well, and what you just got me thinking is, why am I not doing that more often? Why am I not making people happy with little things like that, where I know what a difference it makes for us. I need to make sure that I'm doing that more often.
you do. I hear a lot about the cards that you send to welcome people. So know that, that is one way that you
That's
are
true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
creating.
Yeah. It is something that I've built into my onboarding process,
Yeah.
but there's more to be done, I think, is what I'm thinking.
Every little thing makes its own little difference, right?
It's a ripple. It's a
It
ripple
is.
effect.
It's so cool. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, Jamie.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We'll do this again soon. Thanks for being here.
All right. Bye.
Bye.